What up? This is Aurora Shadowduel4, also known as Raw Hip Hopper 93, Xbox PS2 Slim Gamer, getting down on some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Network here. 2015 Shadow Spectre deck updated. For all you don't know, Super Poly has been banned. Here we go, first game against Lightsworn. I'm not gonna lie, Lightsworn I usually have a lot of trouble against. Crystal Beast, not that much of a problem. Mostly Lightsworn and the ninjas are actually pretty hard. The samurais, I think they're kind of overpowered. That's just my opinion. Here we go. I'm going to go first. I'm going to throw Dark Resonator in defense mode. Face down. Pretty good hand. I'm going to set Ghost Rick Vanish down. Although I don't... actually, I do have a Ghost Rick Lantern in my hand, so I could use that effect to... But it's my opponent's turn. He's going to activate Solar Recharge. Discard one Lightsworn monster to draw 2 cards, and then send the top 2 cards of his deck to the graveyard. There you go. You see him flying to the graveyard. And then he uses another Solar Recharge to do the same thing. Draw 2 cards, send 2 to the graveyard, etc. A lot of banishing from Lightsworn. For those who don't know, that's what Lightsworn is, the banish. The banishing. Opponent is viewing graveyard. He's going to bring out Lumina, the Lightsworn Summoner. Going to use its effect. Send another card to the graveyard. Opponent's going to bring out Raiden, the Lightsworn, from his graveyard onto the field. And from the monsters, from the 2 cards that he'll be sending to his graveyard, if they're monsters, which they are, from his deck to his graveyard. Excuse me. If the 2 monsters that were sent from the top of his deck to the graveyard from Raiden's effect, Raiden will gain 200 attack for each of those 2 monsters, so 400 plus. He'll be at 2100 until the end of the turn. Opponent's going to go ahead and enter main phase 1. Opponent's letting me know that he has 2100 attack. Mr. In Phoenix. He's going to attack with Lumina. I'm going to flip up my Resonator. And once per turn, cannot be destroyed by battle. One of my favorite cards. Tuners, one of my favorite tuners from the new school. Although I wouldn't know if I would call it new school, because that's back in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, which I guess is still kind of new school, but I guess pendulums are the ultimate new school. He's going to send another 2 cards from the top, or 3, excuse me, 4, 5 from the top of his deck to his graveyard. Lumina and Raiden's effect. I'm not gonna lie, I hate Judgment Dragon, the card that he sent to the graveyard. I draw a Cyber Dragon. I'm gonna summon out Jinzo Returner. Throw down Intrigue's Shield in my set down on the field. Now I'm gonna Synchro Summon one of my favorite Synchros, Dark Celestial Wolf Blue Sirius. Bring it out, 2400 attack. And the 2 monsters now go to the grave, used for that synchro. And my opponent quit out of nowhere, which kind of sucks. The game was just getting going. I just brought out my synchro. Had a backup plan for it. Could have used my 2 set down the field, but whatever. Must have lost connection or something. So here we go on to the next game against Jalapeno. Jalapeno. I accidentally made the mistake of going first. I believe my opponent was supposed to go first. Opponent's going to set 1 card down, spell or trap. I draw my turn. I'm going to go ahead and set Ghost Rick Vanish down on the field, along with Intrigue Shield on the field, and I'm going to throw down Mirror Force. Then I'm going to normal summon Jinzo Returner, Smaller version of my top two favorite monsters, Jinzo and Relinquish. I'm going to attack directly with his effect. So minus 600. For those of you who don't know, I am a hard defensive player. Expect long games if you want to duel against me, because I will be throwing stuff all over the defense. But on the real, opponent's going to use a field card, Ancient City, Rainbow Ruins. Guy's using, guy or girl, excuse me, using a Crystal Beast deck. Pretty cool deck. He's going to attack with Rainbow Dragon against my Jinzo Returner. I'm going to activate Mirror Force and send his 4,000 attack dragon to the grave. Opponent ends his turn with that. I draw Ghost Rick Stein. Pretty decent hand. I'm going to throw Ghost Rick Stein in defense mode. Face down. Then I'm going to activate... Or am I? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm going to activate Intrigue Shield, and he already deducted the life points from the attack from Jinzo Returner. This turn he knew I was going to attack. So now Jinzo Returner once per turn while in attack position cannot be destroyed by battle, and I take no damage from life points. Opponent ends his turn after his draw. I draw Ghost Rick Lantern. I'm going to throw Ghost Rick Lantern in attack position. Enter battle phase. I'm going to attack directly. Attack with all three monsters. So there goes 600, 800, and 1600. The Lantern and Jinzo Returner attacks one through, and then he's going to use Magic Cylinder against Stein, a card I run in my deck. Activate Ghost Rick Vanish. To reveal one Ghost Rick monster from my hand, Ghost Rick cards and face downs cannot be damaged or affected by effect or traps. So Magic Cylinder does not work. Countered his trap with a trap. Now I got Black Illusion Ritual. I was really open to pull Relinquish, try to get him out on the field. Could really use Relinquish. I'm going to throw out Ghost Rick Museum. I grabbed it from my deck from Ghost Rick Stein's effect. So now we got a Ghost Rick field spell. Perfect what I want to go for is setting up the defense. Opponent's going to use Monster Reincarnation, discard one card, then target one monster in his graveyard and add it to his hand. I have a feeling he's going to add the dragon, which he does, the Rainbow Dragon, which can only be summoned by banishing, I believe, a Rainbow Dragon, or a card that's been banished from his deck or hand, etc., to bring it out. So he brings it out again, 4,000 attack dragon. Let's set another card, all his cards on the field. And my field spell is preventing his attacks. Only Ghost Rick monsters can attack while my field spell's in. I'm going to bring out Ghost Rick Spectre. And I'm going to XYZ summon Slacker Magician using Ghost Rick Spectre and Ghost Rick Lantern. And I'm going to throw her in defense position. And now Jinzo Returner cannot attack directly or attack at all because of my field spell, only allowing Ghost Rick cards to attack. There's more to the effect. I just can't see it on the screen. So back to the defense, excuse me, until I draw a more powerful monster. Opponent ends his turn with nothing. I throw Ghost Rick Neko in defense position. End my turn. Opponent ends his turn again. I draw Final Gesture. A lot of field and spell cards. I really need a monster. Same with my opponent. Draw another field spell that I can't use. So opponent's at 3,800 life points. I'm at 8,000. I'm going to flip up Ghost Rick Stein to attack position. And thinking about XYZ summoning Alucard, but I don't want to lose the Intrigue Shield that I have on Jinzo Returner. And some delay here. Opponent's going to end his turn with nothing. I'm going to draw Butterfly Yoke, one of my favorite trap cards. You know, I say that a lot about my cards being my favorites, but that really is good for the defense. So my whole field and spell is set, including the field spell, 4 monsters on the field. I'm going to end my turn. Opponent draws. It's going to set 1 card in the field and spelled zone. Really could use that Relinquish to take control of his monster. And then have all that backup. Opponent ends his turn. I'm going to draw a Mystic Plasma Zone, another field spell. So I got 2 field spells in my hand and 1 on the field. You can only activate 1 field spell at a time. I end my turn. Opponent draws. Kind of just chilling with that 1 monster. If he was to summon a level 4 or higher, I could use Neko's effect to negate it. I'm going to draw Ghost Rick Spectre. I'm going to end my turn with nothing. But opponent ends his turn with nothing. I draw Ghost Rick Go Around. I want to use Ghost Rick Go Around to change his attack monster to defense, because that would be the new field spell. But I'm going to wait 1 more turn. Flip Ghost Rick Stein back to defense mode from the Ghost Rick effects, allowing him to do that. Not all monsters can do that. Fostat Ghost Rick Go Around next turn. I could change his attack monster to defense, attack it, destroy it, have an open field. Really hoping I pull Relinquish though. Opponent ends his turn. I draw Archfiend Giant. I'm going to go out and normal summon him to the field, or tribute summon, excuse me, by sending Stein to the graveyard. Tributing. He's going to activate Torrential Tribute. I'm going to use Slacker Magician's effect, XYZ effect, by detaching 1 of the cards used as the materials, or just call them materials, and send it to the graveyard. If I didn't do that, Torrential Tribute, his trap card would destroy all monsters on the field. Even my Jinzo Returner, who has the trap card destroyed by battle, because that would be destroyed by a card effect, not by battle. But since I use Slacker Magician's XYZ effect, no monsters get destroyed. I don't lose 500 life points for Archfiend Giant's effect. Some confusion going on here about the monsters and whatnot. So hoping for next turn to be able to use Ghost Rick Go Around to change his dragon to defense position. That's what I'm hoping for, or a big attack for him to attack, or an effect, so I could start using my effects. So still some confusion going on here. Opponent's going to end his turn, or I'm going to end my turn, excuse me. Opponent's going to draw. And opponent's going to leave. If that was a game, either be by time or whatever, 8,000 I believe to 38. My next draw would have been Obelisk, and I have 4 months, so I could have just tributed 3 or whatever the tribute is. I believe it's 3. And bring out Obelisk, destroy his defense card, and use Ghost Rick Go Around or something like that for the effects. But that's it.